Okay, hey, Lucha Libre lady is back. So yeah, I had a lot of stuff happen over the past few months, and it was wickety whack. It was reflective. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of heartache. But I figured I'd do a bit of a glow up and come back on YouTube with a few new ideas and a bit of a upgrade to my Lucha Libre persona. Originally, I was just going to look at my weight loss, but as it happens with weight loss, I've put on a bit of weight. So that's part of the journey. I'm going to keep trying to lose weight, but I thought I'd share some other stuff. Um, you know, Probably by now you might be wondering, well, who is Lucha Libre Lady? I know I'm thinking bigger and better as to what I can do on this YouTube channel. I'm an artist and a writer. I self-published a book last year called Eve's Return. I'm really good at creating stuff, not so good at marketing, but I was thinking maybe we can do a bit of a story time on this channel where I read chapters from my book and maybe do some questions. And I'm also an artist. I'm running an art retreat at the end of this year. I love being creative, and part of why I love being creative is because I have a whole heap of things happening with my physical health and my mental health. I've got a big trauma background, and I find being creative is a way of dealing both with my physical pain. I've got a chronic pain condition, and also creative writing and making art is how I get a lot of the negative energy out of my head and out of my body and turn it into something beautiful. I love exploring ideas, which is where my creative writing comes from. So with the book that I self-published last year, Eve's Return, I was really looking at some extreme forms of feminism and exploring, well, what does that look like? What is women's empowerment? What does that look like in the most, like, if we had all the power in the world, what would that look like as a society? What would that look like economically? Where would that put men? And how would we treat men? Would we treat men fairly, or would we, get rid of thousands of years of female oppression and treat men like women had been? And what would that look spiritually? Would there be a religious system to back up why women should be the dominant power? Sort of how in our current state of affairs, religion is used to justify women being subservient. So it was a lot of fun to write, and it was a really good way to explore different ideas. And it also gave me a chance to put a lot of things into action in a way that I can't in my everyday life. Because of my health issues, I'm not able to hold a 9-to-5 job. And there's a lot of things I would love to do in day-to-day life that I just can't do. So I'm well educated. I have a university standard education. I've got 3 bachelor degrees, one in the creative arts, one in community development, one in international aid and development. And I would love to be working out there in all those areas, but my health doesn't allow me to. But creating a utopia where women are in control allowed me to put a lot of concepts out I would love to see in action in the real world. I could put them into action in my Eve's Return world. So I would love to share more about Eve's Return. I would love to engage with my viewers and talk about what does feminist action look like, both in reality and in the future, and what does male empowerment look like. I think we live in a patriarchal world, but I sometimes really suspect a lot of men feel as trapped in their roles as women feel trapped in their positions. I want to have fun. Like, I've got a really dark, twisted sense of humor, and I really want to have fun with my videos and putting all my ideas out there in weird and twisted ways that hopefully make other people laugh, especially And this is a big part of what Lucha Libre Lady is about. I don't believe in being a victim. I believe in Lucha Libre, which means freedom fighting. I believe hasta la victoria siempre, which is a idea from Fidel Castro and Che Guevara when they were fighting for revolution in Cuba. You keep fighting until you get to victory. And that has been part of my life. I didn't always realize that I was fighting, but I overcame mental illness, drug addiction, chronic illness. I keep going until I win. And hasta la victoria siempre is one of my principles in life, and it's one of the things Lucha Libre Lady is about. I've been there. I grew up in poverty. I was homeless as a teenager. I had drug addiction issues in my teen years and 20s. I had mental health issues going on. I had to overcome those issues. I raised my son on my own. Just when I was getting the hang of raising my son on my own, I got hit with chronic health issues. I'm not rich, hence I'm on YouTube trying to get some money happening. But I don't give up. I don't stop and think, oh my God, life's so hard. Can somebody please come take care of me? I look for solutions and I push until I get the results. It's not easy, and I'm very grateful to have a network of friends, family, professionals who help me in different ways. So the battle is not something you can win on your own. You do have to make the most of what you can with the resources available to you. Like any war, you need an army to win. But that's what Lucha Libre Lady is about, is making the most of your resources, making the most of your own resilience, gathering the strength and the resilience to keep going, but going for that victory in any aspect of your life. And if you can, having a lot of fun and a few laughs along the way. I'm going to keep talking about different topics as we go. I'm all open to all sorts of things. I'm going to talk about my healing journey. I'm going to talk about my religion. I'm a Christian, but I'm not your average Christian. I think Christianity at the moment is looking pretty ugly. This what's it called? Christian nationalism crap that's happening in America is making Christianity look like something really ugly, and that's not what Jesus is about at all. I think we need Christians who are genuine and humble to be speaking out about what's happening in America right now, because that does not represent the love or the humility of Christ, and that's not what Jesus is about. I'm going to be doing movie reviews from an ultra-feminist point of view. Lucha Libre Lady is ultimate about women first, and because if you put a woman first, there's going to be a man second, and that's okay. I'm for women, but I'm also about speaking up for men. But I think as a woman, it's important that I speak up for women, and I think men have got to come to the party on their own terms. But it's not that I'm anti-men. I think just I've got to support our brothers, but they should be uprising on their own terms, not in this alpha male stuff that's going on. I don't think that's what being a man is about. But, you know, they need our help, but not us telling them what it means to be a man. That doesn't make any sense. The same way women don't want men telling us what it means to be a woman. I don't think our brothers need more women telling them what it means to be a man, but that will come as we journey along. But yeah, I'm for the underdog, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm about being empowered and empowering others and being united, and hasta la victoria siempre. We keep going for the victory. Lucha Libre Lady, freedom fighting in the best Latino way. Colorful, bright, fun, possibly some dancing involved. I'll catch you guys soon.